Hello and welcome to my first ever voiceover for gameplay. I did this because a bunch of my fans out there wanted to hear a little bit from ABiS Hunter himself about how he gets all those kills. So I decided to put this together using freeware, Lightworks, and actually had to take the gameplay off of PUBG through their replay section because that's the only way I had the footage. So there's a couple things you're going to notice right away. It doesn't really work out all the way I wanted it to. A lot of times you end up seeing things you didn't necessarily expect to see, like obviously the hit bars, people through walls. This is all because it's part of the replay. Right away we get landing in here, chasing a guy. He has no pistol. Take a couple shots at him. The cool thing about the replay though is you get to see how close people are to death and stuff like that. Obviously in the real game you can't see their health bars, and you also can't see the people in the houses. So we end up with a little bit of a chase here. No, the guy has no gun yet. Just want to finish him off. So, kill number one. As I'm sitting here reloading and getting a new gun, I can start hearing a person next to me in the building upstairs. So I'm going to take a look at him, get set, see if we can pop him off real quick. Alright, number two. Now, using 9mm at that range, you can really just aim it straight at the guy for the most part. Took a couple more shots than I wanted, but still he waited to shoot until he was in the open. As I go to check his corpse, obviously I start getting shot from behind, so I want to make sure I get cover. The priority here is to make sure I survive. I'm much more concerned about getting cover than I am actually taking shots at this guy. Had that one last bullet come up and hit my railing there, so I kind of want to get some more cover. I still don't have any body armor whatsoever, so the only way I'm going to win this engagement is if I can get the jump on him. Alright, there's an easy number three. Yep, I don't know why he chose to just run in like that. He didn't have any body armor or helmet either. He just kind of came flying in on me, so it made it an easy kill. Gonna try and loot up here. For this video, I actually did speed up the sections where there's not much going on. And so this is obviously me just looting. There's still a lot of people in Rosshawk. I'm still hearing shots all over the place, so I know there's a lot of people left. Still want to just find out where they are, see if I can get a better vantage point. Also got some pretty nice body armor at this point. I got a level 3 helmet, level 2 vest, so I'm feeling pretty confident that I can win most engagements with the guns and stuff that I have. Right there, see a guy on the roof, and we'll see how this plays out. PUBG isn't a game for people who aren't patient. A lot of people think people are camping or something like that, especially if you're coming from a game that's a lot more action, like Call of Duty or something like that. But in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, a lot of times it's more of a battle of wits between the two players or three players or whoever it may be, where you're kind of playing for position, you're playing for cover. You may know there's someone there, they probably also know you're there, so now you're kind of waiting to see who's going to give up their position quicker. This ends up really interesting though, because there's another player who decides to run through here. I just caught a glimpse from there. And when I see him running off to the right here, I think originally, oh, that must be him, but now I got two players that I'm looking at. So now you have to make a choice. Which one's the bigger threat? Is it? Nope, it's the guy up there. Kill number 4. Now the issue here is I had the gun on burst mode, which is actually a pretty big issue, because you're not very accurate that way. And I almost had another kill right there. That guy got away with just a sliver of health. But now I see that I'm in the red zone. I also hear shots from behind me, so I want to get inside, get cover, make sure I'm not going to die to the bombs. I'll take some time to loot up this guy. I still know that there's people behind me up on the hill because I heard them shooting before. So I'm going to kind of wait out them, see what's going on, see if they're going to come over. I would have loved to have looked back over the hill at the guy who was running away. He obviously didn't have anything, but I am more concerned about this guy up here. I know he's up there. He just killed someone. I don't know if he knows I'm on the roof yet, but he did hear me shoot the guy before, so he probably thinks I'm over here too. Again, that battle of wits in PUBG, trying to find who's going to give the first mistake. He runs out. I take shots at him and completely whiff. I hit him once, maybe in the arm in that exchange, which is terrible. But again, the good news is I have a level 3 helmet, so I'm feeling pretty good about just giving him a couple shots and we'll just trade hits. That being said, I did go inside the building, put myself next to a window with some bars. That way if he does get a shot at me, hopefully it hits the rail. Alright, cool. Kill number 5. Now, I was not expecting him to do as much damage to me as he did there. I'm very lucky that I had a level 3 helmet. If I had anything less, I would have definitely died. But I had the opportunity here. I'm going to med up, and we're just going to move around here. We're going to loot up, and then we're going to reposition. If you look at the map on the bottom, the blue zone's coming in. I need to get going here. Just because I really don't want to be chilling up where I am. I do at this point feel that I have Rozhawk pretty much won, so I'm not worried about anyone else coming up on me. So we're going to move over here. We're going to just get over to the next location, see if we can find some more action. When I started playing this round, I kind of commit early on to just running towards trouble, you know, get in the mischief, find players. If I hear shots, run towards them, not away from them. So as I move here, I want to get in the vehicle, I want to get in the zone. I start hearing shots coming from different directions. I mean, in the video right now you can hear like the red zone going off, but as I'm driving I start hearing some shots up here on the hill. And this is actually really cool too. If you look down at the mini map, because we're in that mode that is the replay mode, you can actually see where there's little players down there, and both of them start looking at my vehicle right there. They're watching me drive around. Which is hysterical because they're right next to each other. I kind of, he just spotted the other guy because of my vehicle. So as I hear him shooting, I'm not quite sure what's going on in the engagement. I originally think, I'll check it out. No, I'm not going to. And then I hear the shots again and I decide to go towards it. With this replay mode, though, you also can't see if I'm looking out of the vehicle in any directions. You just see it looking straight ahead. When I'm driving, I'm obviously looking left and right with the Alt button. This is actually a bit of a mistake on my part. I had tree cover here, and I ran out of the cover to take shots at this guy. I don't know why I exposed myself like that. Looking back at this video, I really should have made sure I kept my cover there. It would have kept me a lot safer. Either way, kill number 6, down in the bags, feeling good. There's only 38 left alive. Now I'm inside the zone enough at this point that I can pretty much start walking in. I don't really want to be taking a vehicle anymore. It just exposes where I am. So from here on out, I'm going to be on foot. And just moving around here trying to get in my next zone. I want to address one more thing that you also see happening in these replays. A lot of times it looks like there's a little bit of a latency or graphical lag on where you're actually shooting versus where you're aiming. I found in this video a lot of times it's especially when I'm using like a sniper rifle or something like that. Now I'm going to be quiet here for a minute, and what you're going to start hearing is you're going to start hearing a carrot popping off. And what I'm doing in the game here is trying to find who's shooting that carrot, because I really want that gun. I know he's shooting it down at someone below. I'm assuming he's up on the ridge up here. So my goal is just to keep on using my ears, which is the most important sense in this game, to try to figure out where it's located. Every time I hear a shot, you'll see me spin the camera slightly. And by spinning the camera, actually what it allows me to do is start zeroing in exactly on what direction he's in. So we use that panning feature to almost locate what direction he's in. I have a pretty good idea where he's at this point. Now I'm just trying to give myself a shot at him. Now I definitely know where he is. So I'm going to crouch. I'm going to make a lot less noise because I don't want him hearing me run up on him. And if you look at his health, I have no idea how that didn't drop him. Decided to throw a frag grenade, see if I can finish him off. Unfortunately, my frag grenade either hit the base of the tree or it just came up a hair short, so he survived that. Trying to reposition so I can get another shot at him. I was hoping to get him before he healed up, and what do you know, a car comes at him, so it's just like, this is crazy. I actually purposefully waited to see who was going to win that engagement. And again, if you look at his health, I have no idea how that guy's still alive. Alright, GG, he's done. So kill number 7. It was interesting to watch that. I did kind of want to take a shot at the guy driving up, but I decided it would be a better idea just to wait. I don't know who's doing it. Actually, this is funny too. I don't know who's doing it right now, but someone in the game is actually shooting a crossbow at me. I heard 2 bolts go by, which is pretty crazy, so I don't know. I still have no idea where that guy is that was shooting at me. But I'm more focused now on this Jeep. I can hear the Jeep driving around in circles behind me, so I think that I might have a shot at this guy. Big thing here is to make sure you get something in between you and the car so he doesn't just run you over. Kill number 8. Alright, so this is when a really good example actually of what I was talking about earlier. You'll notice that when you see the car driving through, it looks like I'm not actually aiming at the driver at all. This has to do with the replay function again. When you're actually playing the game, you actually have to be aiming ahead of the driver. You can see that there was actually a little bit of a blood spray as the guy drove by. I clearly hit him when he was driving by, which means that, you know, in the real game it looks a little bit different. At this time, basically, we know that there's only 20 left alive. You'll see that most of the times as I'm getting kills, I'm not even looting the corpses anymore. My gear's pretty good. I got a 4x scope on the Car 98, and I also have an auto rifle that's doing a 5.56. I think it's the M4 in this case. Yeah, it is. So, as we're moving through, you always want to make sure you keep in cover. You'll see that I don't run in the middle of the field. I'm making sure that I'm running between buildings where I can. Making sure to look left and right, always running in the shadows if possible, keeping cover from when vehicles are going through, trying not to give my location away. This ends up being a real interesting thing. I thought that that vehicle had actually kept on going. I didn't realize he stopped at a zone. If you look at the mini-map, he must see me. He knows where I am, I think. I don't know. He's behind that rock over there. I had no idea he was over there. So I'm coming up, I hear some shots or something going off in the field. I also see that guy running out in the distance. I have a Car 98. I'm like, you know what, I'll take a shot at him. Why the heck not? Again, this round I'm just trying to, you know, get into trouble. I'm aiming up on this guy, and also I see a second guy. I'm like, oh, well, you know, maybe I'll take this one first. As soon as I'm about to shoot, though, whoops, the guy behind me starts shooting. So I did take a shot at the guy in the field. I completely missed. I know this guy's behind the rock, and we end up having a little bit of a standoff here. Now again, the key is if you look at the mini map, you'll notice that the circle's right on his back. And I keep thinking that he's gonna have to push me because he doesn't want to get burnt by the circle. So I'm trying to peek here. I'm trying to let him see that I'm here so he actually feels encouraged to look back out. I know he's only using an auto rifle. I have a Car 98. My hope is that if he peeks, I can just take him out with one hit. I think he throws a grenade at me. I don't really know why he does that. He's way too far away to make that effective, and it's not even in the right direction. Just keep on looking at him. And as I look at the timer now, there's only 30 seconds left before this blue zone moves, and we have to go a long distance. I do know that he has the car up there. I do recognize that that's that guy, so I'm thinking he might just hop on that. I'm going to ignore this engagement. It's better to survive than try and get him. I know that, you know, these guys were fighting down here in the field. I did feel comfortable that there was at least one vehicle left for me, so I knew that I had the motorcycle. As I'm driving around the motorcycle, I start hearing someone else, so I want to come over here and again try to get as much cover as I possibly can. We'll go ahead and we'll let that Jeep go by. Obviously, if I realized he was like 3/4 dead, I would have taken shots at him, but in the game, you don't get that out of luxury. Here's where I did something stupid. I decided I was going to do a backflip, and I didn't have nearly enough height. But it actually worked out okay. Because apparently my motorcycle sounds attracted that guy, and because I had fallen off the motorcycle, I actually ended up getting the jump on him pretty good. So, kill number 9. There are now people all around me. If you take a look at the mini-map, there are just people everywhere. I'm doing everything I can to just kind of hide and let this cool off a little bit. I knew there was a guy above me. I knew there's someone out to the left building. I knew there's someone behind me in the building to the left. I'm hearing shots going off all over the place, so I'm just going to med up. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to watch the blue zone come in, and when I have to, I'm going to move. Kill number 10, got lucky coming over the hill. He was all by himself. Obviously saw this one in the distance. Alright, kill number 11. Now, he was far enough away that you actually did have to lead him with bullets. As soon as I started shooting him, he started bobbing and weaving back and forth. The aim that you're seeing on here obviously looks a little bit different. Again, I know I've talked about it a couple times already, but I feel like I have to keep on saying it just so it's justified. I actually got a little bit messed up here. I thought that there was a person behind the shed to the left, and I knew there was the other guy out ahead. I heard the other one shooting at the guy behind the shed to the left. I didn't realize the guy behind the shed to the left died. So the issue here is there's 3 left alive. I know there's the one straight ahead. Yep, I know he's there. But I thought that the other person alive was actually behind the shed. I had no idea that the last person alive was to my right, so I actually got kind of lucky here. Looking at the circles, I know I have to move. I have to get into that circle. I know that that person across from me is going to take shots at me, but I'm figuring maybe if I can get into that zone before he goes, I'm good. Again, I did think that the other person was behind the shed. I didn't realize I was literally running into this other person. I don't know why the person ahead of me did not take any shots. It's pretty wild. So we heal up, we get meted up. My vest is knackered, my helmet's shot. Another case where it looks completely crazy, but that was actually a pretty decent shot in the game. Just missed him. I got a snake in the grass right ahead of me. I finally locate where he is. Kill number 12, and now it's just down to me and this last guy, and I'm stuck out of the zone. Basically, my only hope is to keep on trying to get this med in. I gotta get him without getting ticked. I get lucky. I don't end up getting hit, but the problem is when I look it down and see the next circle, he's actually right in the middle of the circle. He's also got cover that he can move back and forth on, and I'm at a tree that he knows exactly where I have to peek out from, so he's got a big advantage over me. I also have no helmet at this point. If I had any grenades, I could have lobbed them at him. I slowed it down here. I did catch a couple glimpses at him. I just put the crosshairs on his head right before he pulls the trigger right there. And of course I end up dropping. Well, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you subscribe and add a like so I know you guys want me to continue making more. Thanks again.